A tropical storm watch has been issued in the Caribbean. Tropical Storm Dorian is moving west. The National Hurricane Center says it could reach hurricane strength by Tuesday. Forecasters are also watching a low-pressure system off the coast of Florida. That one is expected to bring rain to the southeastern U.S. CBS News contributing meteorologist Jeff Berardelli joins us now. So what's the latest with this tropical storm?
Yeah, so it's fairly weak. I mean, the storm has 40-mile-an-hour winds. You probably noticed over the past couple of weeks it's been fairly quiet, especially for this time of year. Things are really starting to pick up now. And the storm is headed towards the Caribbean. And as it heads in that direction, it is likely to intensify. You can see it right there. Not very well organized. However, it's over fairly warm water. And that means it's likely to intensify as it moves towards the west at around 14 miles an hour. So if you're located in any of the Lesser Antilles, especially around Barbados, tropical storm watches and warnings out for that area. By Tuesday could have winds of 65 miles an hour. Now, the shift from last night's National Hurricane Center track is important because yesterday it was basically right on top of San Juan. Today, notice that the track is a little further towards the south. Now, anybody in the cone could see impacts and could see even a direct hit because it's still days away. And it could very well be a hurricane as it passes by San Juan, or by Puerto Rico, I should say. But it likely will be south. Not all the computer models agree. Some are further north. So anybody in and around Puerto Rico, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and the southern Bahamas need to watch it closely. The official forecast track has it weaken to a tropical depression once it moves over the mountainous, terrain of Hispaniola. However, if it takes a further north track, and some of our computer models show that, it would maintain its intensity, possibly intensify more once it gets into the Bahamas, and then maybe impact Florida. I lived in Florida for literally 16 out of the last 20 years. I did weather there for a long time. This is the kind of situation you just kind of sit there, you watch it closely. You don't need to take any action yet, but it's certainly something you don't want to write off yet, especially this time of year.
As you know, all those amateur storm trackers who live on the coast of Florida, right, watching each one come in.
Sure.
Do you think they or you have any sense of what's in it for them yet, or is it just too soon to tell?
Oh, it's definitely too early to tell for sure. I mean, any system that takes this type of track is one that needs to be watched very closely by Florida. It is heading in the general direction of Florida. Whether or not it comes in as a tropical disturbance all broken up by the mountains of Haiti and the Dominican Republic, or somehow it kind of moves just north of Puerto Rico, which is a less likely scenario, but it is shown by some of our computer models. If it does that, it avoids the mountainous terrain. It moves over the warm water near the Turks and Caicos Islands. It strengthens and it heads towards Florida. Too early to know. This is a different system, by the way, the one we're looking at now. This is the system that was over Miami yesterday, produced some showers and storms, not a big deal. Now it's over the Gulf Stream. You could see that storms are blossoming. It has actually now an 80% chance. It was a 90% chance of development, now down to 80%, but that doesn't matter too much. It likely will form into a tropical storm and move to the northeast. Hurricane hunters are probably going to go out there later today or tomorrow to investigate.
So I guess forecasters are now saying we could see more dangerous storms this season than was originally predicted. Why is that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't put much credence in long-term forecasts like that. A lot of forecasts will say we'll see between 10 and 17 storms. I don't feel like that's very useful. What's useful is whether or not the storm hits a big city, or it hits your country directly, or it hits your island directly. That's not something that we can know for sure. If you want to know why they're predicting that, because El Nino died. El Nino died about 2-3 weeks ago. And what that means is the wind shear in the Atlantic should theoretically have relaxed enough to allow these storms to kind of be cocooned, if you will, and strengthen. But we're not seeing evidence of that. There's a lot of wind shear in the Atlantic, and there hasn't been that much activity. So I think trying to project long-term like that, sometimes it doesn't even matter. You got to be prepared every season, because every season there could be a storm. Hurricane Andrew in 1992, there were only 6 storms in that season, but that was one of the most devastating hurricanes of all time.
The other definition of a significant storm is the one that hits your house.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So you just need to be prepared every year.
Okay, Jeff Berardelli, thanks.
You're welcome.
Good to see you.